You remember this cave and this specific place in the season finale, right? Well, let me surprise you. Do you remember the abyss from the final fight? That place was also shot in the same area where Henry's memory was shot. They just used blue backgrounds to CGI that set into the abyss we have seen. When the Duffer brothers were writing the script, they had only one thing in their mind: how can they kill 11 by the end of the story? And they eventually came up with a cliffhanger, leaving more questions for us than the answers. I personally didn't like their idea of writing off 11 like this. Come say hi to me on Facebook, by the way. This was the first time when all the cast members met for a meeting to discuss how the shooting will begin and who will play what role for how long. They were given the script from the very beginning, and 11 knew that she wouldn't survive by the end of the episode. This is what the wall of the wormhole looks like, and this is how they have made it. This is Amy Paris. She is the one who has always been responsible for the iconic dress code of every character. She used to choose dress codes for every character based on their personality and situations they're in. They had to shoot all the volumes of season 5 within 250 days. The Duffer brothers openly admitted that they took a lot of inspirations from the 90s cartoons and movies for their story, like Tim Burton's Batman, Beetlejuice, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Alice in Wonderland, Harry Potter, Home Alone, including novels like Star Wars, Dune, It, and basically everything they have seen and read since childhood. It seems like Dustin and Lucas are also Dustin and Lucas in real life. This is the kid who played Will Byers in the final season. You can see the dots on his face, which was for CGI and VFX. You remember this training session, right? This training session was done by Millie herself. No stunt double, no extra CGI. She had to practice that scene for a couple of days in a row until she got it right. Why is she doing an interview with that fake nosebleed on the face? Look at this t-shirt of Home Alone. Now we know where some of the dialogues came from. Before the final shoot, the cinematographers would do one experimental take with their mobile phones to ensure that the visuals looked the way it was expected. Remember the bathtub scene of Mommy Wheeler? This is what it looks like behind the camera. Remember her sleeping like this in the second episode? Well, this is how it was done with the body double.
And action!
The lady was hitting the demo again and again, but she did it only once, which was repeated in the post-production. They basically used dark maple syrup as blood on the set, and this is what Mommy Wheeler looks like. They did a detailed visual illustration of what the military fight should look like before the final execution. This is the actual library scene in episode 5, and this is how it was made. It took them 12 weeks of night and day of work to build the ribcage of the demo spider. More than 200 crew members worked on it relentlessly. It would take 5 hours of makeup for Jamie to look exactly like Vecna. Before the final iconic look of Vecna, they have gone through hundreds of different character designs until they stopped at this particular design, which, let's be honest, is more like an ugly version of Groot. Come say hi to me on Facebook, by the way. Let's talk more about movies and TV series.